On Stokely from Sauce on Delay. The past few weekends, or not even a few weekends, but even months before, when I make my breakfast, especially on the weekends when I'm home, and I eat, not long after I feel totally fatigued, like I feel tired, like I got what they call the itis. You know, they say when you get the itis when you eat soul food or you eat something like that. Food that you enjoy, you know, it makes you sleepy. So, my interpretation, my guess right now is that it's because I'm having a bad response to salt. And now I'm understanding that salt causes high blood pressure. Salt also is regulated by your adrenal glands, which now I understand are mounted on top of your kidneys. The adrenal glands control a lot of your emotional state, or controls your hormones like cortisol and some others. One thing I also found out is crying reduces blood pressure. Crying. So having a good cry can reduce your blood pressure, which would make sense because, when people are crying, they're typically under stress. And, and if crying reduces your blood pressure, that must mean that it dumps a lot of your salt content. That's my opinion right there. But it's proven that crying reduces blood pressure. I'm saying that it reduces blood pressure because it dumps out a lot of that salt from your system. That's me saying that. So crying might be healthy. So just going around holding everything in and not crying, hey, that might be actually causing you to be sick, But what else? Yeah, so I've been taking things like milk thistle and stinging nettle in order to regulate, or in order to clean my liver and my kidneys. And to have such a drastic response, such a salt sensitivity, it kind of worries me as to what's going on with my adrenal glands, what's going on with my kidneys. So it might not be the kidney itself, but now my adrenal glands. So I need to pay some attention to that. I also have been feeling like I'm getting some kind of anxiety, like I'm getting, nervous. So I just ordered I went on Mercari, which is like eBay, like, the new millennial eBay kind of, or I'm sure there's many of them, like Poshmark, Mercari, I don't know what the other ones are called. But the Amazon sells a fitness tracker called the Halo. So they sell it for about $34. I got it for $20 all in, delivered, everything. And I should be getting that this weekend, so I'm going to use it and monitor my heart rate. And I'm concerned about my heart rate because when I did my biometrics, I did like height, weight, BMI, LDL, HDL, my cholesterol. I got my cholesterol tested. I got my BMI measured. But they also measured my heart rate, and my heart rate was elevated. I was, and I blamed it on the fact that I had just eaten. I blamed it on the fact that I was just emotional shortly before coming to the screening. But now I'm thinking that maybe I have an issue where I have an elevated heart rate, which I've been told is not directly related to blood pressure. But I would think that the more your heart is pumping, the higher the pressure would be. That's what I would think. So they say someone in a peak physical fitness has a heart rate when they're resting below 70 something. And I was resting in my house and my heart rate was 88. So it's not very bad because it's not over 100. But for my LDL, my cholesterol level, for my BMI, for what I think I'm doing, I don't exercise enough. I definitely don't exercise enough. That could be a problem. I think that could be the problem also, but I'm also, based on my response to salt, I think there's an issue there also. So I want to get that fitness tracker to monitor my blood pressure, my heart rate. My heart rate, they say it's not the same as blood pressure, but okay. I want to monitor my heart rate, and I want to probably get some more exercise. You know, my adrenal glands aren't getting exercised. I haven't been walking as much. It's been very cold, and I've been doing Uber during lunchtime, so I'm not really moving around too much except jumping in and out of the car. Still in a seated position. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on. So what are some takeaways here? Salt increases your blood pressure. Physically fit people have a resting blood pressure that's very low. A heart rate that's very low. No. Blood pressure. Yeah. Heart rate. Yeah. That's right. Heart rate. That's right. Crying helps to reduce blood pressure. The adrenal glands are mounted on top of your 2 kidneys, and they control cortisol and they regulate your salt content in your blood. So I think that my adrenal glands aren't working right, or I'm in bad physical condition due to lack of exercise. I could also be dehydrated, which is very likely. You know, I don't drink enough water. But so I'm gonna be implementing this fitness tracker. What else am I gonna do? I've cut back a little bit on the salt. Salt is so delicious. Well, salt is not delicious itself. Salt enhances taste. Salt enhances taste of things. It itself doesn't really necessarily have it doesn't necessarily really have a flavor. It just makes the taste pop. It just makes it pop. That's what the chefs say it does. So, you know, it's a preservative, which is not good. Yeah, too much salt is not good for you. High blood pressure for a long time can lead to heart disease. And that's not good. And I don't want to have adrenal fatigue either. I don't really know what adrenal fatigue is, but it causes your hormones to go out of whack. So I'm going to be working on all of those things because I want to live to be about 82 at least by will. If God wills. Live to be at least 82. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here talking to you. And I have an appointment. Not necessarily an appointment. I have something to do. I have something I must do. And me sitting here talking is not really facilitating the accomplishment of these things. So I want to thank you for listening. And I hope you take away something from that yourself. A lot of these salty foods are very delicious. And you know, things like MSG is proven to adversely affect your health. The thing about MSG, it contains, I think it's called monosodium diglu something. It has sodium in it, right? And it's no good for you. But what it does, how it works, is it increases your appetite. It makes you want to it makes you want to eat more. That's why, food preparation and fast food companies use MSG versus using regular salt or something else like that. Sorry for the noise. You gotta multitask, Gotta multitask. Well, maybe not so much multitask when you're trying to have a recording that is audible and comfortable to listen to. Well, this is very important stuff here. Okay. We're upgrading natural gas. Huh? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just reading some things right now because I have to get everybody's mail together and put it at their door. I'm gonna come back anyway, so yeah, I don't need to take that right now with me. Let's see. See if we can find a I could do this after, but hey, let me not waste any more of your time. I thank you for listening, and we'll be talking again.